I visited 3 daycares this week, and here are all of the things that gave me the ick. The first daycare I went to, she was showing me some of the arts and crafts that they did with the kids, and she pulled out one of the little bunny arts and crafts from one of the cubbies, pulled out another one from another cubby, and then as she was talking to me about something else, put them into the wrong cubby.
I have so many things to say about this video, but as a mom who's both worked in a daycare and sent all 4 of my kids to daycare, I feel like I have a unique perspective on how they operate and why they are the way they are. First and foremost, I just want to fill you in. In an infant room, typically there's 2 teachers to 7 infants. That is a ton of work. 7 infants who need bottles and diapers and naps. They are constantly going round and round managing every kid's schedule, and parents like you typically tell them exactly what they need to do at every given point in the day, and they have to do that for 7 children. Most moms are stressed out by their 1 child. Imagine managing 7 of them. Then when you get to a toddler room, it's 2 teachers to 9 toddlers. 9 of them. That's a lot of toddlers. That's a lot of big feelings in one room. Then when you go to preschool, I'm pretty sure it's 20 kids to 2 teachers. And I don't care. They're older, sure. 3 and 4-year-olds are still a nightmare sometimes. That's a lot to work with. I have seen these amazing teachers have a classroom full of 24-year-olds just operating so efficiently, right? They know the rules. They don't know what's expected of them. They are just moving and grooving. It is honestly a sight to behold. And the fact that you are stuck with thinking about the ick that she accidentally put art into the wrong cubbies is just really hard for me. That's a really hard one for me because first and foremost, as parents, when I get things in my cubbies, I look and I just check the name. Oh, oops, this was supposed to be in their cubby, and I make the switch. That's not that hard for me to do as a mom. I don't mind doing that. And also, I will tell you this, 90% of what they bring home goes in the trash. Goes in, well, recycling. If you're a good, citizen, it goes in the recycling because you're gonna get so much art. And your kids barely did anything, right? Here's a piece of paper, they did this. Thank you. I don't need that. I don't need to save that. So let's not be so concerned about that. So if that gave you the ick, you probably shouldn't be doing daycare. But I think outside of that, we need to talk about the cost of daycare. These women, because they're almost always women, who are watching your children are being paid so very little to do such an important job. They are doing so very little, and they are taking care of your most precious thing in the world. When I was working in a daycare, I think I was making $14 an hour, and that was in like 2008, 2009. And I worked there for several years, and my pay went up like 20 cents a year or something like meager. And I can tell you, when I look at daycare rates now and what they pay their teachers, it is not different. They are paying the minimum wage in my state, and that's basically it, unless you're at a certain level like an assistant director or a director. These women are not being paid well for this work, and you are expecting so much from them. But then you're gonna look at your alternatives, right? You could get a nanny, but a nanny is going to be incredibly expensive for 1 child. Daycare is already incredibly expensive because the system is broken, but you're in Canada, so maybe not. And honestly, a nanny is expensive, as they should be. And so if you are gonna be this particular, I can definitely tell you daycare is not for you. Daycare is not for you. The reason you send your kid to daycare is because typically it makes more sense financially. The hours are better for your family. It's a socialization opportunity for your kid. It's a community building opportunity for your family. I have made the best mom friends from daycare. My kids have made their ultimate best friends in life from daycare. Daycare has been the best thing for us. And I can definitely tell you the things that gave you the ick have never been a problem for me. My kids go outside plenty. They spend more time outside at daycare than they typically do with me if they were home because I can't take them out that often, right? I'm typically doing a lot of things. I get that everybody wants different things for their kids, but the way you're talking about daycare teachers and what gave you the ick is your caption says red flag. I think you might be the red flag parent. I'm sorry, I have to say it.